Hi. Okay, so today we're going to go through PicMonkey and basically make a background image for our app's homepage. Okay, so basically go to PicMonkey.com. We have a couple of options. So we're going to be using design and then custom. But first I need my image specifications. So if I go to here, this is just the support kind of center. This is similar to the help desk that you have in your app backend. And I've just typed in background images and what are the correct background image sizes. Okay, so here we've got our home screen image. These are the specifications. For demo apps, you'll be creating the mobile specs because they're the default, and usually in the background images section you have to separately upload the mobile iPhone 5 and iPad images. Usually what I do is I start off with iPad, but what I'm going to do today is start off with iPhone 5. It's the same procedure, it's just a couple of less steps. So I'm going to put in these specifications, 640 by 1136, into PicMonkey. And then I create. Okay, so this is my blank canvas. Here are all my editing functions on the side here. So my client today is HTR. They are Australia's leading supplier of specialised hospital television and telephone rental services and equipment. So I'm going to start off by finding their logo, and I can see what their background colours are. So for the most part, it's obviously white background, a logo, and I might grab an image as well if I can find one. Okay, so what I've done is I have searched Google Images for HTV rental logo, and one of the options is this one. So I simply save this image. With that, I can then import into PicMonkey. So to add an image into PicMonkey, I click this little butterfly icon, which is overlays, and then I get to upload my own. Okay, where did I save it? Oh, there it is. So once I've uploaded my image, I can obviously make it bigger and smaller by dragging this. Now I don't want this Hills Health Solutions, I just want this red logo. So I'm going to make it as big as I can without it looking too pixelated. And we don't want to put it right at the top either. It depends what else you're going to be putting on the image, the background image for the home page. So let's make it about that big. I usually like to break it up into thirds. So the top third I put a logo, the middle third I would put an image of the company, and then I would leave the bottom third kind of free because that's where our navigation sits, our menu. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use this eraser tool and remove make my eraser bigger and just delete this so it looks a bit better. Make sure that it looks centered. Okay, so now I'm going to find an image to put in the middle here that represents our product and our brand. Okay, so when I've typed in just the business name, HTV Rental, these are all the images that come up. So what I'm looking for is a clear obviously a good quality image, one that isn't too obviously pixelated. If we are wanting to use these later for iPad, obviously iPads are larger specifications, so the larger the image, the better. Otherwise, it's going to look very pixelated and not very pretty. Okay, so this probably looks like the best one for us. Obviously, this shows off our product. So I'm going to save as. And then I'm going to open this in PicMonkey. Oops. Oh, there it is. Oh, why did that happen? There you go. Okay. So I'm just going to make this bigger. And you kind of want it to go to the edge as well. That is so it looks kind of cleaner. Otherwise, it can look a bit broken. So I'm just trying to get it fit without it being too large. Okay, so if depending on what type of image you add, these are some blending kind of properties that you can use. It also depends what type of image you upload, whether it's a PNG or JPEG. It changes. Okay, so the options, all right, so this probably means I'm going to have to move my logo up a bit. Actually, I could move that all the way down to the bottom. So every app is going to be different. It would just depend, you know, on your client and what they want, obviously, in the end. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Can move that over a bit. Actually, I think that's centered. Okay, so once I'm happy with my image, I'll save it. But first, I was specifically asked to put in some content for this. So let me just see what that content is. Television and phone rentals for hospitals and aged care. So I'm going to use my text tool. I'm just going to choose generic font. Add text. It's just a bit slow. There you go. So what was it? Television and phone rental. Hospitals and aged care. Okay, so that's very large text. Okay, so I'm going to select it. And highlight it, make it a bit smaller. That's probably a good size. Okay, so now that I want to put this text in, we probably want to move the logo up. Oops. These undo buttons are really useful, so I use them all the time. Okay, so yeah, we want that moving. Yeah, so I'm just dragging this to where I want it. Okay, so once I'm happy with my image, I want to select Save. And then it's going to ask me, how do I want to save it? Do I want to save it as a JPEG or a PDF? So I want to save it as a, not PDF, a PNG. So PNG, and then I'll save it to my computer. Okay, so now that we've created the iPhone 5 background for HDR, we want to slightly change the size so that it will suit our mobile homepage. So the only number that changes is this 1136 to 960. Okay, so what we do is we go into this editing basic edit section. Oops. Now we want the 6. Oh wait, no, we don't resize. Crap. What am I thinking? So we want it to stay at 640, and we want it to be 960. So the width stays the same, it's just the height that's different. So all I do is select where I want it, and then I apply. Right there. Okay, so this is my mobile version. I can continue to edit these bits and make this smaller if I wanted. I could have that kind of in the middle like that, but I prefer it to be to the edging. And then I save this again. And I'm going to call this one HDR Mobile so that I know one of them is for the mobile and the other one is for the iPhone. So mobile HDR. Okay. So save, and that is my background image for my demo app. If you have any questions or if you're finding that a bit too difficult, just feel free to call, let us know. Thanks for watching.